First at 4, this is happening right now. President Biden in town, hoping to rally voters to help his agenda. He runs into angry opposition in Howell. Also, a local man arrested outside the United States Supreme Court. Police describe what he reportedly said that made them take action. And here's Paul.
Yeah, hey, Karen. Today was a day of haves and have-nots. Some of us had some sunshine and some of us did not. So what are the prospects for tomorrow? We'll detail that straight ahead, along with some dense fog that could develop overnight.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, President Joe Biden comes to Michigan to push his Build Back Better plan, but he's been met by plenty of Donald Trump supporters fighting against those policies. Now, you'll hear from some protesters in a moment, but first, here is the president visiting a union training facility in Howell. It is a whirlwind visit. He's scheduled to be in Michigan for less than 4 hours. The president has been speaking about the infrastructure bill that stalled in Washington. Let's take a listen.
Afford the cost of child care or elder care and have to stay home. For example, here in Michigan, the average two-parent family spends $10,400 on child care costs for just one child each year. 30 years ago, the United States ranked sixth among advanced economies in the share of women in the workforce. You know where we are today? 23. 22 countries have a higher percentage of their women in the workforce making a competitive wage than the United States. While our competitors are investing in the care economy, we're standing still. And the fact is, millions of American parents are feeling the squeeze, having a hard time doing their job, earning a paycheck while taking care of their children or their aging parents, and at the same time in this sandwich generation. My Build Back Better plan is going to change that. It's going to cut the cost of child care for most mid-Michigan families by more than half. It's going to extend historic middle-class tax cut to the child care tax credit, which we passed in my American Rescue Plan. Now, most people don't know. If you walk to the average informed person, doctor, lawyer, or whatever, and said child care tax credit, they're not sure what that means. Well, what it means is, you know, if you were making a decent salary and you had 2 kids or 3 kids or 4 under the age of 18, you get to deduct $2,000 for each child off your bottom line of your taxes you owe. Well, guess what? If you're making $15 an hour, you don't have any taxes to pay like that. So guess what? You got nothing.
We're going to continue to listen to the president on our website at clickondetroit.com. Meantime, the president's visit drawing a steady crowd of protesters in Howell from the morning into the afternoon. Many of them supporters of former President Trump are not happy with President Biden's policies. They came with sometimes profane signs that we can't show you. Many of them fighting against the Build Back Better plan and sharing their personal dislike of the current president.
And we are not going to cower, and we are not going to bend to his will. He's a tyrant. I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, he's a disaster, as President Trump would say.
We'll have continuing coverage of the protesters, the president's visit, and the message he's bringing to Michigan. His speech continues on clickondetroit.com right now. More highlights at 5. Capitol Police arrest a Michigan man after reports of a suspicious vehicle near the U.S. Supreme Court building. Officers found 55-year-old Dale Melvin of Kimball Township inside of an illegally parked SUV. Police say they backed off after Melvin, quote, made a statement to the effect of, "Time for talking is done." After over an hour, officers removed Melvin from the SUV and arrested him. They say no weapons were found. The court began its daily oral arguments as planned. The justices returned to in-person arguments this week for the start of a new term. General Motors is making a new investment in Metro Detroit. The automaker just revealed plans for a next-generation battery facility. The new Wallace Battery Cell Innovation Center will be located at GM's Tech Center over in Warren. The automaker says the new facility will accelerate the development of longer-range, more affordable batteries for electric vehicles. The new center is now under construction and should be finished by the middle of next year. In this Local 4 update, Clinton Township police are still looking for a gunman who shot 2 employees outside of a car dealership. The story was breaking yesterday, first at 4, on Gratiot near Cass at R&R Auto Sales. Police say a man approached 2 employees, shot them, and then ran off. The victims are expected to recover. 24 hours later, the gunman remains at large, and we're still not sure what led up to that shooting. We also have an update on the investigation into possible explosives at the Ambassador Bridge. Traffic was rerouted yesterday, causing those big backups after a vehicle was stopped on the Canadian side of the border. Turns out there were grenades in that vehicle, but they were inert, and Windsor police say there was no intent to cause any harm, so the driver of that vehicle will not face any charges. Well, we had definitely a beautiful week last week with all that sunshine. Not so lucky this week. Let's bring in Paul Gross with what we could expect this afternoon.
Well, it depends where you are, Karen. Take a look here. We're going to do some 4-zone weather. This time, instead of temperatures, we'll do it with satellites. So we'll start in our north zone where you cleared out early. And look at this. In the thumb, full sunshine. A beautiful day in progress. You see the clouds now progressing into northern Macomb and Oakland County. In our metro zone, socked in a lot of areas. But notice we're starting to see some thinness and breaks in the overcast here in the city of Detroit, also downriver here. In our west zone, it's socked in for Livingston and Washtenaw counties. But then you get up just north of the Livingston County line there, or Genesee County, you're in full sunshine right now. And you see our south 60s this evening with a certain degree of clearing for all of us. All right, we'll talk about the dense fog possibilities coming up in just a bit. Karen?
All right, thanks, Paul. So far, it has been a very bumpy week for Facebook. First, the 6-hour outage on Monday. Today, a whistleblower blasts the social media company on Capitol Hill. Well, you've probably heard Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp were all down for hours. The company now blames a faulty configuration change. It did not say who executed that change or whether it was planned. The outage came just before a former Facebook employee was set to testify on Capitol Hill. Kimberly Gill tracking the latest for us. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. The testimony had to be hard for the bosses at Facebook to hear. Frances Howell is a former product manager who did not hold back when describing what she calls failures at the social media giant.
Facebook is stuck in a feedback loop that they cannot get out of. They have been hiding this information because they feel trapped, right? Like they would have come forward if they had solutions to these things. They need to admit they did something wrong and that they need help to solve these problems. And that's what moral bankruptcy is.
Haugen left the company back in May, taking thousands of pages of internal documents with her. She says those documents show the company was aware of various problems caused by its apps, including the weakening of democracy and aggravating mental health issues for teenagers. She says parents need more information on how to help their children navigate social media.
What would you tell parents right now? What would you advise them?
Facebook's own research says kids today feel like they are struggling alone with all these issues because their parents can't guide them. And one of the things I'm saddest when I look on Twitter is when people blame the parents for these problems with Facebook. They say, just take your kid's phone away. And the reality is those issues are a lot more complicated than that.
Haugen says there's still time to act, but we must act to get these challenges under control. Facebook has said, quote, to suggest we encourage bad content and do nothing is just not true. We'll, of course, dig into more of the testimony from Washington when you join us tonight for Local 4 News at 5. For now, Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
Well, we have been waiting and waiting for Johnson & Johnson to make its move, and it happened today. Drug company now officially seeking emergency use authorization for its COVID-19 vaccine booster shot. J&J says it's handed over data suggesting antibody levels increase 9-fold 1 week after the booster and 12-fold 3 weeks later. The FDA will now review the findings. New at 5, we're going to take a closer look at what's different about J&J's request for a booster and the timeline on how quickly one could be authorized. All right, let's change gears a little bit. Let's talk about date nights. You know, during COVID, they became much harder to navigate, juggling infection concerns and also safety protocols. As another landmark Detroit theater prepares to reopen, we wanted to check on policies and procedures you may run into. Paula Tutman found its big-name performers who have a lot of pull when it comes to safety precautions.
You'll likely always remember where you saw a movie when you see it at the DIA's Detroit Film Theater. Its beautiful vintage interior is always a character in the experience of seeing a film here. And as the theater prepares to reopen October 15th with a stunning lineup of movies worthy of first dates and family nights alike.
We have films from Kosovo, we have films from Ethiopia, films from Hong Kong, films from Japan, films from Nigeria.
There will be strict safety protocols in place. The theater will only open at a 30% capacity, and for those 12 years and older, you will have to show your proof of vaccination and ID to prove that's you, and remain masked during your time at the DFT.
We made the best choices we could.
For many venues, there's a baseline of safety measures. Meadowbrook Theater, which has a full lineup of what it bills as Broadway caliber performances.
We'll take it from Chris's line, this is the most exciting night of my life.
Has a mask on inside the venue rule, regardless of vaccine status.
So it is necessary that we do the protocols, because if we don't, then we can't perform. The actors need to remain safe.
And a big point is made that all staffers and performers are fully vaccinated, and they kindly ask you to reciprocate and get vaccinated as well.
With Delta running rampant, vaccination isn't enough, so we do also have to test the actors. They just upped the testing. We now have to test them 3 times a week.
At Little Caesars Arena, the Fox, Michigan Lottery Amphitheater, which is formerly known as Freedom Hill, the Soundboard at Motor City Casino and Comerica Park, the first thing on the list is to stay home if you're sick. But it's the individual artists who rent in or book that venue space who really tighten the safety protocols, depending on the artist.
Once people are inside and the lights go down and the image comes on the screen, we want that to be what people are concerned with, and we want them to not have to be distracted or worried about anything else. There are many, many theaters, a couple of hundred of them across the United States, and most of them are adopting the same kinds of protocols. And one thing that we have discovered is that the audiences are larger where those protocols are in place.
Okay, back here live at Oakland University, at least on the campus. You know what? I want to give you an example of that, Karen. Think about the Harry Styles concert 2 weeks ago at LCA. Before you even got to the box office, you had to have a negative COVID test within 72 hours. You also had to show proof of vaccination and remain masked. Listen, this is the path moving forward for live performances. A lot of these venues are going to be adopting these kinds of protocols. But again, it's also up to the artist. So you have to check the individual show, not just the venue, so you know what those protocols are before you go. Karen?
All right, good to know. We appreciate it. Thank you, Paula. Still ahead here first at 4. In good health, marriage and your mortality. There's growing evidence your marital status makes a difference when it comes to death. And later, a pop superstar teases a long-awaited new music. Did you catch a glimpse on social media? We'll hear some of the song in Trending Stories.
In the stories that connect us, there's power in knowing. That's why every morning we're here, and why in this moment, local news has